I'm going to share with you guys how to use a Scribble assignment in Canvas for assigning research papers. So when you are assigning or creating your assignment in Canvas, I have my title, just test Scribble assignment. And then in the text box is where you're going to put your instructions for your research paper. Because when you share a Scribble assignment with them to do an essay on, you won't have anywhere to put the instructions unless you put it onto the Scribble assignment. But for kids who are used to doing assignments on Canvas, it's a lot easier to put them here. If you are not using Canvas that much, then you definitely want to make sure that you put it on the Scribble assignment. And we'll go over that when we get to that. So I have already set up, the points. When you are assigning the submission type, you should already have the Scribble as an external tool. And I'm going to show you how to put Scribble as an external tool. So when you're on your dashboard, you will go up to the account and click on settings. And when you scroll down, you will see your approved integrations. In your approved integrations, you will need to create a new access token for your Scribble. So you click new access token and you're going to type in Scribble. I'm going to put test next to it so I know when I add this one so I can delete it later because I already have it integrated. And then you're going to leave the expires blank. Click generate token. And now you will see I have that last one just already on here. You will want to copy this token right here, because if you don't copy it right now, then you're going to have to redo it if you need to do it later. So if you don't do it immediately, you'll have to redo a new token. So you're going to copy that and you can exit out of there. So now you have your Scribble application in here. When you're on your Scribble site, you would go up to the top right corner where it says your name. You will click on settings, and where it says connected apps, that's where you want to click on. And when you scroll down, you're going to click to integrate Canvas. And when you integrate that, you're going to be copying in that access token that you just copied from Canvas. You're going to be pasting it there and approve all the integrations and sync the roster so that your classes can be put into Scribble when you are assigning them, and just make sure that you have all that set up. I do have it as a course app. I already added it to course. This just still shows up here because when you click add to course, you can get all of your different classes that you have currently in Canvas, and you can add them to the classes that you have. So when you get to that point, make sure you add it to each of your classes that you have in Canvas. Make sure also that you approve Google integration, because you will especially need the Scribble Writer document add-on, and students will need to have the document add-on as well. And so clicking there can help you do that. We don't use Google Classroom since we're using Canvas, but I have all of the other ones integrated and approved through there. So make sure that you have that approved in your settings. So now I am back on one of my classes pages, and now that I have integrated Scribble, you will see a button to click on right over here, and students will be able to click on it as well, as long as you have it enabled for them to see, but it automatically puts it in here where you can see it in their navigation. So now it is in there, they can click on it anytime they need to use it. Now we're going to create the assignment in Scribble. So this is the home page that it takes you to whenever you get into Scribble. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Classroom, and you should see all of your classes here after you have enabled sync for each of the classes. You do need to click Enable Sync for all of them. So once you have enabled sync, you'll be able to see the students who have accepted Canvas. Now, when you want to create your assignment, you will just go here to assignments, and you can see I have no assignments right now. So you'll go right over to active assignments and create assignment. And there are 3 types of assignments that you can do. Make sure you click the one that you do. I myself do research papers more than the other ones. So I will click on that one and you will put in all the information for your assignment. So now that I have it all filled out according to what you want on yours, it does say Google Docs. It allows this as the only type because I did not allow Microsoft Office to be an integration with Scribble. So it only allows Google Docs. So when you have this all filled out, you just click create assignment. And now you need to choose who to assign it to. Once you have your sections, I have 3 sections in my class currently, but if you only have one section, you would just see that class name, and then you would just click assign to this section. So I'm going to assign to this section. You can give it a due date, wherever it's going to be, and then click assign. And now you will see there is a due date on here. So if you have a different section, you can have different due dates. You can create another type of research paper assignment and create it for your other sections, or you can assign it to all sections right here. If you ever need to change, edit, or delete this, you can just click on this button right here, the edit button, change any of this information, or delete it right here. Now that we are done, all you need to do to look at all of your assignments is just go back to assignments, or you can click on classroom and then assignments. And now I see my assignment right here. Now we're going to complete this assignment on Canvas. We'll go to the external tool and you will click on the one that says Scribble. And unlike other external tools that have pop-ups that show up, this does not have anything that pops up after you click on it. It's just a connection. And so you'll just click on that, make sure it's highlighted, and then click select. And then you can go down and save and publish the assignment. This is what you will see when you look at this assignment. They will see something similar after they have initially signed in. The way that you can go about looking at this any way, just like you would do if it were its own tab on the internet. It shows all of your papers once you have them assigned, your different classes that you have, your assignments that you have. You can go back to the library where all of your information is. And this is the homepage that will show up whenever you are looking at this assignment. And it's the same thing for students. Now, when the students are going to this assignment, they will see this initially where they need to sign up. They can sign up with a school email that they have or a personal email, whichever your school outlines for them. But they don't even need to use an email. It just shows up with their name. They don't have to initially set up any sort of password. They just need to fill this out, and then they need to, and then I'll get them signed up for it. So the first time that they are going to access an assignment, they are not going to be able to see it if they click on papers because it doesn't show one yet. That's how they'll click on it after they have already opened it up for the first time. So for the first time, when they are going to this assignment, they have to click on their classroom and they will see all the classes that they are enrolled in. They will click on assignments and they will click on the assignment that you have directed them to. So this is my test assignment that I have just created for this. So they will click on it. It will have the information here, has your descriptions, the instructions right here, any requirements here. They'll also be able to see their status, and this is the button that they submit after they are done. And they can see feedback down here. So this right here, your assignment library, this is what they need to click on to first access it. I'm not sure if there's an easier way to get to it. I hope there is, but I have not found one yet. So far, this is the only way to access it at the beginning that I have seen. So you're going to click on access the assignment library, and it's going to bring you back to the library that you saw before. But now you'll be able to click on papers and see it right here, test assignment right here. So once they click on it, it will open up right here. And they can type in this area. They can also click on this right here to open up in a new tab. nice and big, but they can type here if they want to. So it's easier to do this so you can use the Scribble Writer add-on tool, which we always want kids to use when they are doing their assignments. So they do need to get the Scribble Writer add-on, and to access it once they already have it, they just click on add-ons here at the top, hover over Scribble Writer and click start. So once it is ready to go, it'll pop up on this right-hand side here. Here we go. And it'll show your sources that she doesn't have any right now. You know, you can start putting an outline together of your assignment, their essay. Their bibliography is here. It will show up when you have sources. If you have information here, it'll show your sources right here in this in the bibliography when you have the work cited for it. And so you can do annotated bibliography, split primary, secondary sources. You can also change the style that you want it to be. So these are the things that you're allowed to do with this Google add-on right here for Scribble. So let's say they're going to type their essay. And once they are all done, this will always be in their Google Drive. It'll also be in your Google Drive. And in your Drive, you're going to see a new folder that will pop up once you start using Drive. This is where you can see all of the assignments that have already been started by students. So you can just click on that Scribble folder, click on the class and that specific assignment and that section for the class, lots of different clicks. But now you can click on the students' Google Doc and be able to see what they have done so far. So even if they haven't submitted it, you can still see what they have so far on their essay paper. So again, once they are done with this assignment, all they need to do is just submit it. So in order to submit it, all they need to do is they can go to classroom assignments, or they can just click on this assignment up here, assignment, test assignment, whichever one it is that they are working on, and scroll down and hit the submit button. And once they are done with that, you will see they will have a reminder. Oh, you haven't submitted this requirement. You haven't fulfilled this requirement. Are you sure you want to submit it? So they can either cancel and go back and fix it, or they can submit it anyways. And now it'll change their status. They can unsubmit and fix it if they would like to, but it will tell the status right now. And that's all the students' part of this type of assignment in Canvas. Now, the unfortunate part of using Scribble with Canvas is it does not give you a notification, and it does not show up in the grade, in the speed grader, and once they have turned it in. So you do need to check this from the Scribble end to see if they have turned it in. The benefit of having it though in these assignments is you can check the status of students within that assignment, or you can just go to the Scribble just as an internet tab browser. You just go back to the assignment, click on it, click on view progress, and you will see the progress. You go see who has opened it, who have started research. You see because of the Scribble add-on, if they have started doing research, if they've started their paper, if they have their sources, have their word requirement, and if they have turned it in. So you can see all of that information on here. And you can see more individualized information down at the bottom for your students. And just to show one way that they can use Scribble add-on for their Google Doc is they also can use it for when they're doing research without having a document open. All they need to do is have the Scribble extension. So I have my Scribble extension I have pinned up here. So when they are doing their research, and you'll want to tell this to your students when they're doing their research, they will want to open this Scribble toolbar. And as long as this article is open using my toolbar, it will save it in my library. So as soon as this is now in my library, and students will have the same thing. As long as this Scribble toolbar is open, you'll see at the bottom and at the side, then it is in your library. And you can see that by going to your library, click on here to open it. But there's all sorts of different things you can highlight, take notes. You can underline and put in some words. There's a lot of different things that you could put in here, including defining words, which I think is very nice too. And you can also click right here to remove the toolbar. So when they are using this, they can, this is how they put it into their library so that they can use it when they are doing their Google Docs. Also, what is really helpful is over here on this side, they have some of these same things here. They've got the citation, they've got tags. The one thing I really like is this collaborator. So you can add, they can add other students to the document, especially if you have group work, group papers, then you can have them work together using the collaborators and having them assigned to different functions. You also have the comments bar here as well. I have no comments. There are no comments right here right now. I haven't created a comment. So that's what you would do down there. And so when they have their Google Doc open, when they are using the Scribble add-on, they will see that bar that was on the right side of the paper. It will show all their sources. So everything they were looking at when their Scribble toolbar was open will show up on that right-hand side. And that's really helpful. It'll help them, remind them when they need to put in citations. It'll tell them if they have a lot of word for word copy paste in there. It'll tell them, are you going to cite this? Just a reminder so that they don't plagiarize the information that they find from the internet. And that is it for how to integrate Scribble in Canvas and use that for helping kids writing any sort of essays or research papers. It's good for both, not just a regular essay as well, not just a research paper. If anybody has any suggestions on an easier way for students to reach their assignment in the beginning, rather than going to their classroom and going to their assignments and then opening it that way and then clicking on the paper button. If there's a quicker way, please let me know. I haven't found a quicker one. I am still kind of new to this. I haven't seen any videos that teach how to do this. So I thought I would create one for what I know right now. And if I ever have an updated way to get there, then I will post a new video on that. But if you are watching this, that means that I do not have a quicker way for that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you have any questions, please let me know.